Alright, I'm going to tell people, if you copy this, it's on you, and if something flies off and hurts you, because there's a lot of dangerous parts moving around. There's all kinds of things going on here. You got batteries and electricity and you name it. Don't try this. That is your liability. There's stuff going on here. There are things happening. Certain stuff has come into play. But it was fun. I like it. I think it's pretty cool. Anyways, guys, I did a follow-up video and I did some tests. All kinds of silly things, just to let you guys know what you're up against. If you do copy, this is more about what I'm up against. And if any of you guys have any kind of help for me, I would appreciate that. Alright, get to the video. Alright, this is a follow-up video just to let you know what I've come up with. I ran additional tests, I stalled it out, and done a heat test, and I hooked up an alternator and grounded it out. A few extra things I need to do is rewire that alternator, and I might actually hook up a generator to it and see what happens there. Alright guys, enjoy the video. So I had some people get back to me on all sorts of things. One guy didn't like it because it was too loud, but whatever. Anyway, I think if I run some tests, which I should have done in the other video, we're going to see this thing get hot. We're going to get this thing really hot, and I want to stall it out, and I want to do a bunch of other tests like, well, let me explain it. Well, I've had a lot of interest on this, and I've had a lot of good replies. Just people letting me know their opinions and helping me out, actually. Not too many people called me out on these thin Harbor Freight wires. I don't know if you've ever worked with those before, but you cut the sheath and you try to marry them up and they just blow away in the wind. They're like dust in the wind. So I'm going to replace all those. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm going to do another test. We're going to stall this thing out. So let me set you up right here. Alright, I'm not going to let it move at all. 5, start, stop. Alright. Error 5. Error 5 means I gotta stop it. And we'll start it. Alright. I'm going to put a little bit of drag on there. One finger. Just holding up with my one finger. It's pretty good. Huh. Oh, hey, it got warm. 48 degrees. Well, it's 41 in here right now, so. Oh, it could be my finger creating the friction. Alright, it's 49 degrees. That's quite a bit of. I think once you're after the 5, well, something kicks back. You guys can see that, sorry. You can see how hot it did get, 49 degrees max. That's probably the friction from my hand where I'm at right now. So I don't know. You guys, hope that helps. If you have any more ideas, I got the stall and a heat load test done. More about the controller. I thought I showed that in the other video. It is a 80 to 220 volt 3-phase controller. Just look up ZM7205A. and I'll show you the most affordable way I can get these to people. And even these and different ones of these too. You got Bosch and, well, all of them, DeWalt, the works. But take a look. Alright, just so you know, this is the site that was put together. And you guys can go here just for generally more information on these things. Scroll on down, my advice. Click here to view all. Most people asked about the controllers. And this is basically at cost too. Not really making anything on this, but you can go here and you guys can work it out with PayPal. They'll let you do a payment process, and that's the cheapest way I can get it to people. I think it's 3 or 4 payments too, so it's pretty good. All the specs are here. So look this stuff up. Go to the site and just, yeah, if you feel like it, order one. They're pretty cool, guys. Alright, thanks. Back to the video. By the way, you gotta look for the site that has all the junk over the disk. That's me. Basically, next, I need to hook up this alternator to it, and then hook a battery up, and see if I can't just charge it with friction, though. I will put a belt on there, and simulate some kind of friction with that. I don't like belts, I like direct drive, so one day maybe a snowmobile clutch or something cool like that. I don't know. Maybe one of those magnet transmissions. But another guy said if you actually somehow run one of these to the back, it'll put a magnetic field on this, and it might actually generate more power than what I've been doing. It's worth a shot, but I really don't think this is worth it. You gotta get an actual low RPM wind generator head or something of that magnitude to actually make this work, if you're gonna try the power thing. But as far as motors go, yeah, these things are pretty cool. Power lathe. Thinking like a PTO for a log splitter. The boat motors were cool. Maybe even a little go-kart. I don't know. The motor aspect is really awesome because it's just a little 18-volt battery. And it's actually dead too, which is... It's got 2 bars. Alright. Had a lot of good feedback on this stuff. Had some people actually get back with me that either wrote me or called me or whatever, but they helped out quite a bit. I'm going to do a heat test and a stall test, just to help you guys or whoever's interested, honestly. That way you know what you're up against. So far, it has not gotten hot, though. And the stall test, as long as I don't put too much pressure on it at first. Well, I'll show you. Turn this puppy on. Air 5. She's really tight. So, restart it. Plus my battery's probably dead too still. A couple bars on there. So what I do, I push forward on that. Alright, that's what we're going to do. Following that. Get her up to a little bit of speed. What that is. I'm going to drop it. She's spinning. I'm going to go a little faster. Now, I don't know if this thing's going to blow up on me in a battery, but it sure discharges when I hook up this lead right here. Just so you know, though, I think I'm doing something wrong here, and I think my alternator's hooked up wrong. So when I go like this, battery voltage shoots back up. Kind of fast too, it's weird. Alright, and then I hook it back up though. I don't know what I'm doing here. See how I got that hooked up? Maybe I got those backwards. That's on, the red is on F, and the blue one is on R. Same thing here when I hook it up down here too. It's like, it's the same stuff. It shoots back down. That's a loose connection though. So, I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but this thing is turning, and you put too much force on it, and it does go to E4. I'll look all those up and let you guys know what I came up with. Alright, here is another test. Not charging it. Let it fly off and hurt somebody. I don't know if I got that hook on there right. So we're gonna have to switch and reverse this. But as far as drag goes, yeah, it's not getting hot or nothing. Go faster. Dangerous. I don't know what's going on here. Alright, I got it directly hooked to the alternator now. To the tester. Somehow it's at 9 already, so that's not right. 200 volts. Basically all I was getting off the leads too. Everything's really loosely bolted on there, but alright, let me hook it up backwards. Alright, I changed the leads on the alternator now. I'm giving me no power. I'm going to call that power. Basically the same thing. A half of both. How many amps I'm getting? I don't think I'm getting any. Maybe. I'm not going to say that thing. Well, sounding very sketchy. Got a lot of power. I do appreciate everybody and their advice, what they've asked or helped on or anything on this. And if any of this helps you guys, good. I am actually running a heat test and doing a torque test. So I hope that helps you guys. For now, tell you what, let's take this pin right here and prop this up a little more. Alright. And I don't know what the battery's at. It's at 3. It's good enough. This was an alternator, and I think I got this hooked up wrong, but when I go like this, it shorts it out, the battery. So something's going on there. Maybe I got the F and R hooked up backwards down there. But for now, we're at 39 degrees. Ambient temperature is 39 degrees. I've been testing this a little bit already, so this is kind of cool. I didn't do the heat though yet. We're at 40 degrees. As far as it getting hot, it don't. The battery though does get a little warm. The smaller battery I had on there got warm anyway. The controller is getting a little warm in places. That's the controller. People asked about the specs earlier. I don't know if you guys can see that. Well, that is the controller. Got Hall sensors. The other videos tell you more about the controller. Yeah. So let's hook this thing up, see what this does. Let's hook that backwards though, so that's probably a problem. In case that thing wants to blow up on me. Like that, that's dangerous. Could be. Well, the motor itself stays cool. I got it hooked up weird though, as far as all that stuff right there goes. But that's where I'm at with it. It is staying cool. It is under torque. It died. Looks like the inverter died. Look. So maybe the inverter doesn't have what it takes to do it. So battery's at 2. See what discharge is. Maybe it's discharging the battery. The way I got it hooked up. I don't know. You guys are smarter than me at this. I like that though. The battery climbs back up. Weird. It goes so fast on the belt catcher. This might be one of my issues. My output. I guess it's up to 3 amps. Maybe 2.4. Yada 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 yada. 3 amps. 2.4 amps. What does this say? It says it wants up to 5 amp. So that might be an issue there. I do not know. Here's a better look at the controller though, for anybody that Needs to see that. There's somebody that asked, so here it is. That's all the information I got on the thing. That's how it hooks up. Got my hot wires, as you can see on there. And I got my leads coming off right down here. Black, white, and red. Black, white, and red. Alright. But anyways, I think my little inverter here, which is cute, and it is running this thing off 18 volts. Now it's my turn to ask you guys for some help. As far as what I know or where I'm at with this thing, the converter, or that little inverter box, that thing actually is running 3 amps, and this controller wants 5, as you saw earlier. So a low RPM generator heads have these Newton forces. It's like a little starting force, kind of like this thing does. So one idea to get around that is let it start up and then let it hit. I don't know, we'll figure that out as we go. I'm going to try to rewire this into a 3-wire kind of thing, because I'm a 3-wire kind of guy. Ha ha ha. Then I'll try mounting that to the small generator. As far as the questions I have to ask, wiring schematics. Is there another way of going about the, the 12 deal that I got there, where it's like 1, 2, 3, 12 star, or I don't know. Another thing is to actually think about would be rewiring this thing with copper stranded wire, maybe 8 gauge, maybe 8 wraps. It's a thought. The reasons I say that is because the ohms are a lot lower. When you saw me doing the ohms test, it would go from like 11 or 12 down to 8 or 6, so the power should flow more freely. It's the concept I have with that anyway. Also, the ground wires are all kind of dead at heading, and maybe there's another way to go about that. Anyways, if you guys can help me with any of those questions, yeah, that would be cool. And once I get this thing all rewired, and I'll try to actually hook this up to a generator and see what happens there too. Alright, please like and subscribe, it helps somehow. Also, I'm going to try playing around with the settings on here. There might be, I don't know, there could be something there. But yeah, this is all kind of loose on me, so it's a little dangerous. Liability, don't do this. Dangerous. Alright.